Hey guys, Paint Snapeback here again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys today. I got not a whole bunch of stuff to talk about this week. I got 10 movies. I got one DVD and 9 Blu-rays. But there's some decent stuff here. I like to talk about some neat stuff I got. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So I know for the past couple of updates, I've been getting a Scream and Shout Factory. This time I didn't. This time I got a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. I think I'm going to start getting a little bit of some Vinegar Syndrome in my collection. But this one I watched, and I ordered from Amazon. But this was Don't Go in the Woods Alone here on Blu-ray. Now this is my third Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. The ones I have that's from Vinegar Syndrome is Christmas Evil, and there was another one too. The only reason I got was because it was limited. I got it for $10, which was Horror House on Highway 5. Which, and, those two movies, they were okay. I mean, they're not my favorite. I mean, I like them because they're the classics. I like to collect like classic like 80s like slasher films on Blu-ray. This one was made in 1981, and I watched this one, and this one was probably one of the better releases so far. It's not great. It's not perfect by all means, but it was decent, kind of like fun slasher. But this is about a group of these kids camping in the woods, and of course, one by one, there's like this mysterious like killer, like this. It's like this crazy guy or something. I don't know what kind of guy he was, but he was like some sort of like homeless guy who lives in the woods, and he goes around and he kills people one by one. It's basically him. He's like killing all these like random people. Like there was a scene on here where there were these two people having sex in the in like an RV or something, and of course the killer kills them. And I think he sets the RV on fire or something. I can't remember, but this one was actually kind of like a decent slasher movie. Get some neat special features on here. On here you get a commentary with director and commentary with director and Mary Gill Arts and others. Commentary with the Hysteria Continues cast and crew featurette, autograph signing party featurette, TV promo complication, theatrical trailer, production skill gallery, press and art gallery, and script gallery. Now there's some pretty neat special features on this, but I know this is one of those ones too. It came out from 88 Films, which is the UK company, which is from the Slasher Classics collection. They do some pretty good movies. I mean, it's a shame that there's some of them I kind of want to get on Blu-ray that they're only they're Region B. I need a Region Free player for that though. I only have one 88 Films Blu-ray, but yeah, but this one was kind of decent. I highly recommend this one though. But I mean, not the greatest. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's one of the better ones. Yeah, but that is Don't Go in the Woods Alone. And the person that recommends us is someone on Instagram called Whopper Horror. So make sure you check him out. It's Whopper Horror. Alright, this next one here I got. This one is an Australian Blu-ray. I do got a couple of, as you saw in the past, I do have a couple of Blu-rays that's from the UK. This is a Australian release, and it says on the back it's Region B locked, but it's actually a Region Free release, so this will work in any player, no problem, so don't worry about it. I mean, it's Region Free. I just don't understand why it says Region B when it works in the player, but yeah, because that's what I was like at first. I mean, if I get this, will it work in my player? It works in my player fine. It's Region Free. And I'm surprised there is no Blu-ray release of this one yet. This is probably one of my favorite Stephen King movies. This is a movie called Silver Bullet here on Blu-ray. This is from Umbrella Entertainment. Of course, and you get a reversible artwork cover right here. And the front is the same thing. It just doesn't have like the rating thing for the Australian. And the back too, it has that picture right here with like a werewolf holding the baseball bat. Corey Haim and Megan Follows. I think that's kind of a cool picture. I mean, I just like how it shows the rating on here. What I mean? I don't know why. I just do. But this is probably one of my favorite werewolf movies of all time. This one is basically, if you guys haven't seen it, the stars Corey Haim, rest in peace, Corey. Gary Busey's in this, and Everett McGill is in this. Basically, this is about this werewolf killing people off one by one. You know, and the town, are discovering like all these deaths are happening, and they can't really explain what's going on. And of course, as you know from the title of it, it's about there's a werewolf, killing people off one by one. And Corey Haim plays his kid who's in this wheelchair, and Gary Busey plays his uncle. His uncle makes all these like cool, amazing like wheelchairs, and makes them into like motorcycles and stuff. But it's essentially like, yes, there's a werewolf out there killing off people one by one. And of course, Corey Haim, werewolf almost gets ready to kill him, and he knows that it's probably someone out there is a werewolf. He's trying to figure out who that werewolf is. But this is actually probably one of my favorite movies. Like I said, one of my favorite Stephen King movies. And like I said, this is region free. So like I said, it does say region B on the back, but it's actually a region free release. So just to let you know. But there's some. I know that the old DVD that came out, there was no special features on here on the DVD. There is some on here. Get an audio commentary with director The Wolf Within, an interview with actor Everett McGill, Full Moon Fever, interviews with SFX artists, bunch of new ones. We got a theatrical trailer, TV spots, radio spots, still gallery, and I highly recommend this one if you're a fan of Stephen King. This is the best one to get. It's one of those movies too. I don't know why, but it's the music and the credits. It's I don't know. I mean, if you watch it, you probably understand. It's just the way it sounds. It just makes you want to cry. I mean, sometimes I shed little tears, but I don't know why. It's just something about that music that just, I don't know. You would understand if you saw it. But all right, the next one here I got. This is from Echo Bridge, and this one I was kind of interested in it because it did look kind of interesting. I did actually really like this one though. But this was the movie Little Miss Doolittle here on Blu-ray. And this one is actually I don't know what, this was from another country, obviously. I could tell because the way that they were speaking the English, because like the English, it was dubbed in English from what it looked like, and you could just tell that this was from another country right away. I don't know what from though, but I know there's some other movies coming out from Echo Bridge, coming out the Blu-ray that I'm kind of excited to get. One of them, well, two of them, it's Honey, or Help I Shrunk My Family and Help I Shrunk My Teacher, which they were like knockoffs, or like sort of like, I guess, remakes to like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids movies. I've seen the Help I Shrunk My Family. I never saw Help I Shrunk My Teacher, but this is basically, of course, it's kind of like a knockoff to the Dr. Doolittle type film, or the Dr. Doolittle film. If you haven't seen Dr. Doolittle, it's, with Eddie Murphy. He can talk to animals, and that's essentially what this is. This is about a 11-year-old girl who can talk to animals, and of course, her parents are just kind of getting tired of her talking to these animals, because they don't think it's normal for just a little girl just being with animals all day, talking to them. They want her to make real friends. Of course, something happens. She screws something up, and of course they have to move. Like, her mother's like this newswoman or something. They move away, and she promises her mother that she won't talk to animals anymore or go anywhere where there's animals. And of course, she breaks her promise, goes to this this animal zoo, and there's these animals, and some of these animals are disappearing by someone. Someone is like stealing these animals, because every next day there's like an animal missing, and the little girl is trying to figure out who this is that's stealing all these animals. And and this one was actually pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed this one. And you know what? And when it comes to like the Dr. Doolittle movies, the ones I probably only care about was probably like the first one. I know the second one I never really cared for that much, and I know I think it was only I never even seen the third one at all. I know there was a third one. There's actually 5, I do believe. think like the rest of them had to do with like the daughter talking to the animals. But I know like the first two they have Eddie Murphy in it. I never even see, like I said, I never even seen part three, so I don't know if he's in that one or what. But yeah, but this one was actually pretty neat one. I kind of enjoyed this one. All right, the next one I decided to check this one out because I mean from the looks it did look kind of interesting. And this one was decent. It's not like perfect by all means, but I mean it was kind of fun watching it. It was kind of cool about I like the idea of how they did this one, but this was called A Quiet Place here on Blu-ray. Stars Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. I could be saying that wrong, but this is about a family, and there's not really much talking in this movie. It's based about this family who's hiding out, and they can't really talk, they can't really say anything or make much noise or anything, because there's like these monsters out there. Like if they make a noise, then this monster will come out and kill them, because there's like this monster who can track people down or track things down if they make a sound, because they have like this cool hearings. Like even if you make a noise like this, they're gonna hear that and then they're gonna kill you. But well, that's basically what this is. But I mean, I kind of like the idea of that. I mean, the movie wasn't perfect by all means, but it was actually pretty decent. A really cool movie. I know they're going to be doing a sequel, I think next year, if I'm not mistaken, or it could be this year. I'm not sure when they're going to do a sequel, but I heard that they're going to be doing a sequel to this. So, but yeah, I did kind of enjoy this one for what it was, and like I said, I kind of do like the idea of like this there's a monster who can track, sense people by their hearing, by just like a little sound. I don't know. It was kind of like a crazy movie, but for what it was, I did enjoy it. Sorry about that. I had to pause that for a sec. I got a third sore already from talking. All right. The next one here I got. Now there's this pawn shop in Dover I go to a lot. And usually I score pretty much. Surprisingly, I only end up finding one thing I like, because most of the stuff I wanted, they were scratched up or it didn't have the disc in there. But this one I do remember kind of liking. This one is one of those movies that's kind of hard to explain, but it was kind of creepy though. I did kind of like this one, but this one is just an upgrade to Blue. I had it on DVD, but this was the movie Gothica here on Blu-ray with Halle Berry, and this is the one where she's like this therapist who works at this insane asylum, and she's coming home from work, and basically she sees this girl, and she almost runs her over, and next day, or like she wakes up in this in the hospital that she works at. She's a patient there, and she's wondering like what is going on and why is she in there. And it turns out, of course, that she's apparently in there because she killed her husband, and she has no knowledge, or she doesn't remember anything that happened about that, and she's just confused. She doesn't even know what's going on. This was kind of like a decent thriller. I do kind of like this one. If you guys haven't seen this one, definitely check this one out. It's kind of confusing to talk about, but it's actually a pretty cool movie. Really do enjoy watching that one again. Alright, the next one here, I got this at Family Dollar about a month ago for about $5-6, I think. But I remember this one being a decent remake. And this is actually the second remake. I swallow something bad. But that was the movie. This is the Carrie remake here on Blu-ray. This is actually the second remake. Like the first remake, which was not really all that good. The acting on that one was just so horrible. It was a TV movie made in 2002. That came out to Screen Factory on Blu-ray a couple years ago. It was a double pack, and it came with The Rage Carrie 2, which I watched that one. It was alright. I think the ones I would probably only watch the most is this one and the 1976 film. But if you've seen this one, you've basically seen, the original one. It's not like script for script, but it's kind of like the same storyline, and it's it's basically the same plot. It's basically about Chloe Grace Moretz. She plays this girl named Carrie who she's a girl who gets picked on in high school, and she could do this, what do you call that, telekinetic, like, magic or something. She has this crazy mother, and Julianne Moore plays the crazy mother, and she's actually pretty good and decent and playing as the mother. And she gets invited to the prom, but of course, she thinks that it's all going to be a prank because, almost everyone in the school picks on her. But this one was actually a pretty cool remake. I think this is the remake I like better than the other remake. Because like I said, the acting in that one was so horrible. I mean, the acting, there was like, I can't even explain it, but it was just like awful acting. But this one, and because this is, my mom had the DVD. I never even had it on Blu-ray or anything yet. But this one actually has like an alternate ending for footage. It was like you played the movie, the theatrical version, with the alternate ending. It was kind of, and the alternate ending was kind of decent for this. In this, I mean, I do like the original one better. But yeah, that is the remake, the 2013 remake of Carrie on Blu-ray. Alright, the next one I got. Finally, I got this one. I got a couple of movies from the $5 bin in Walmart, and I found they had the third one in there as well. But of course, I already had it. The only one I needed left was the fourth one. Now I have all the ones on Blu-ray. But this was Paranormal Activity 4 here on Blu-ray. And, I always really like the Paranormal Activity movies. I know that the last one that they did, the Ghost Dimension, I know not many people like that one. I thought it was very creepy. There were some creepy aspects to that one. But this one right here, part 4, this is about a 15-year-old girl, played by Catherine Newton. Now, this has to do with, like, this new family moves in across the street from her, and one day, it was like one night she ends up seeing the mom at the house, because who moves in is a mom and this kid, and the mom ends up going to the hospital, and her kid is staying at the house, but ever since he's been staying there, like, all this strange things is happening. It's like every Paranormal Activity movie. It's like the stuff is moving by itself, and weird and crazy bizarre things happen. There's like all these like weird like shapes around the house, like he's talking to some imaginary friend. Like, it's one of those kind of movies. This is probably one of my favorite series for the found footage movies. I always really liked them all, but always the special features for these movies. This of course has the unrated version and the theatrical version, the recovered footage, which is basically the deleted scenes. And this was released back in a time where you had to get the Blu-ray to get like the certain special features or like a certain unrated footage. I mean, the DVD, because I had the DVD, it was it did come with the theatrical and unrated version. But I remember what I mainly wanted to get this one for back then was for the deleted scenes, because the DVD didn't have the deleted scenes, but it had the unrated version. Yeah, but one of my favorite Paranormal Activity movies. I do like the last one that they did. I thought that was kind of like a creepy one. Alright, the next one I got. Now, this one here, surprisingly, I've never even seen this movie before, and I finally watched it last weekend. And this movie was actually absolutely crazy. I mean, this movie was, I don't know, during the weird parts, I just started laughing, because it was like insane to, like, what was happening. I'm not going to explain what it was, but if you've seen the movie, you understand what I mean. But this is the movie, The Exorcist, on Blu-ray, the first one. And, yeah, surprisingly, on last weekend was the first time I seen The Exorcist. This has the extended director's cut. And, of course, if you guys don't know the movie, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, because they've seen it before I have. About Linda Blair. She plays like a 15 or 14-year-old girl, I think. Her mother is like an actress, and her daughter, played by Linda Blair, she she ends up being possessed by some kind of demon. And, there's like these weird things happening, and there's these lines that Linda Blair's character says does. It's like really weird and inappropriate. Like I can't really say what they were, but like I said, if you've seen the movie, you would know exactly 100% what I'm talking about. But this one was kind of a cool like possession movie. I know there was like sequels and like some prequels to this that were made, but I think that from the looks of it, the only movie that's probably the best one to watch is the first one. I'm not planning on getting like the sequels or anything. I think this is the only one I want to own. Alright, the last one on Blu-ray that I got. This one I remember reviewing to you guys a couple years ago. I didn't really like it at first, but I watched it the other night. I rewatched it again, and really loved this one a lot better than how I used to. This is actually a Blumhouse movie. Got this at Big Lots for $5. I love Blumhouse. Blumhouse does some pretty good movies, but this is a movie called The Gift here on Blu-ray. And this is definitely a must-watch. This is about I can't really say too much about this because for people who haven't seen it, but this is about Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall. They're a married couple who move into this house. They one day go to the mall or this like store, and this guy comes up to Jason Bateman's character. He's like, "Excuse me, sir, I think I know you. We used to go to school together." And of course, right away, Jason Bateman recognizes him. But there's something weird about this character. He's like stopping. It's like coming It's like coming over whenever Jason Bateman isn't there, and putting like gifts in their yard. But there's like a twist. There's a very good twist that happens, and like I said, I don't want to say what that twist is, but there's a pretty good twist, and the movie just goes absolutely insane. And the one thing I did not like about it, there's a special feature, this bonus feature on here. You can see the alternate ending. It was really like an ending that they really could have added in the movie, and I cannot figure out why the director did not put it on here, because it really kind of explained it, that like a lot more stuff that happened in this movie. The director was Joel Edgerton, which that's him right there. He plays the creepy guy. Yeah, but there's an alternate ending. Like I said, they really could have put it in the movie, and I cannot understand why they haven't. But really must watch the movie. Absolutely love it. All right, and the last one here I got. This is a DVD. And of course, this is the last one that was released so far, and I have a feeling that they're probably not going to release all the seasons. I mean, they're probably going to be ones like you would have to bootleg, but I'm not going to bootleg them. I mean, there's really no need to, or no reason to, meaning. But I love the show. This is probably one of my favorite investigation discovery shows that I like to watch. This was Homicide Hunter Season 4 here on DVD, and this is a 3-disc set and includes 13 episodes. Again, if you don't know what the show is, it's about this homicide hunter, or this homicide detective who's retired, and he tells all these like cases that he did back from like 1970, in the late 70s to the mid like 90s. On here, this is one of the episodes that they have on here, and it's an episode I did kind of enjoy, and it was kind of pretty interesting, kind of like a cool story. This one was called My First Case, which is one about where Joe Kenda, he talks about his first case and he explained how he got into the homicide unit. It was kind of like a pretty neat story, like how it how it all happened. I know on the last season that he did, there's going to be season 9, by the way, just to let you guys know. It was announced on my Instagram the other day. There was one on season 8. They did he did one called My Second Case, which was kind of a cool story as well. Yep. But I don't know. I really like the show. This is probably one of my favorite, like I said, investigation discovery shows I like to watch. But that is season 4 here on DVD. And again, if you guys don't know where I'm getting these from, because I know a lot of people ask me on Instagram where I got these DVDs from. I've been getting them on Amazon. So if you have Prime, because I don't have Prime, so I got them a little bit. I paid for the shipping, but you of course you don't have to pay for the shipping if you have Prime. So, but get them on Amazon because that's where I got them at, and these are definitely ones to pick up. I really love the show. But that is all the movies I got to talk about for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.